Chapter 1. If There's Reincarnation. Jade Maiden Sect, Coiling Dragon Peak. Lin Luo Chen reclined in a rocking chair, pouring himself a drink as he gazed at his reflection in the wine cup, unchanged from years past. A flood of emotions surged within him. Judging solely by his youthful and handsome appearance, who could tell he was on the verge of death? He sighed. His life had been a testament to the saying, "Do not bully the young for they are poor, do not bully the middle-aged for they are still poor, do not bully the old for they remain poor." Now, all that was left was the dead deserve respect. But that wouldn't be long. Today was his final day. Lin Luo Chen had been abandoned in the wilderness as a child, only to be found by an old, childless hunter who raised him as his own. After his foster father, Lin Changxing, passed away, Lin Luo Chen was left with no one to rely on. He had planned to leave the mountains, marry, and live an ordinary life. But fate had other plans. One day, as he fished by the riverbank, a celestial maiden fell from the sky. He rescued Lung Yueshuang, the severely injured holy maiden of the Jade Maiden Sect, and fled with her, narrowly escaping death time and again. Through a twist of fate, the two even became intimate. He had thought it the beginning of a wondrous immortal romance, a gateway to an extraordinary life. Little did he know, it was the start of his lifelong nightmare. He was captured by the Jade Maiden Sect's leader, Jiyu Qinghan, and imprisoned on Coiling Dragon Peak. The Jade Maiden Sect practiced the Supreme Oblivion Heart Sutra, which required severing all emotions and desires to attain the Great Tao. His fleeting affair with Lung Yueshuang had shaken her Tao heart, becoming her inner demon. Jiyu Qinghan hoped Lung Yueshuang would slay this demon, lock away her heart, and stabilize her cultivation to reach greater heights. But Lung Yueshuang couldn't bring herself to kill him. Instead, she pleaded with Jiyu Qinghan to let him go. The more she resisted, the angrier Jiyu Qinghan became. She imprisoned Lin Luo Chen in the Jade Maiden Sect, waiting for Lung Yueshuang to strike. The sect indulged Lin Luo Chen in every way, teaching him poetry, music, chess, and painting, but never cultivation. Lin Luo Chen knew Jiyu Qinghan's plan. She wanted Lung Yueshuang to watch him grow old and wither, letting go of her attachment. But unfortunately, Lung Yueshuang had once given him a youth preservation pill as thanks. Lin Luo Chen would never age, but he would still die. Over the past century, he had tried every means to escape, but none succeeded. Lung Yueshuang had helped him with all her might, yet not only did she fail to free him, she was punished several times for it. Lin Luo Chen only knew the most basic qi refining technique Lung Yueshuang had taught him. Once he reached the great perfection of qi refining, he had no idea how to break through. He attempted to create his own cultivation method, but he lacked even fundamental knowledge. After a few reckless attempts, he nearly killed himself, aging even faster in the process. Now, 100 years later, his lifespan as a qi-refining great perfection cultivator was about to end. Throughout these years, every time Leng Yueshuang visited, she did so under Jiyu Qinghan's watchful gaze, observing him from afar. At first, she had wept, choking out apologies between sobs. But as time passed, she seemed to grow numb, silently watching him without a word. Lin Luo Chen saw the emotions in her eyes shift from guilt to indifference and finally to utter detachment. He knew her Supreme Oblivion Heart Sutra was reaching greater heights. Now, reflecting on his absurd and pitiful life, Lin Luo Chen downed the wine in his cup with a bitter laugh. Immortal fate. More like a cursed fate. Suddenly, two streaks of light flew toward him, two ethereal, immortal-like women. Lin Luo Chen set down his cup, a flash of hatred in his eyes. Jiyu Qinghan, Leng Yueshuang. The two landed not far from him. One of them, her expression complicated, slowly approached. She was breathtakingly beautiful, with a graceful figure and an otherworldly aura. Dressed in a flowing blue-white robe, she resembled a celestial maiden descended from the heavens, so divine that one dared not harbor impure thoughts. Lin Luo Chen watched Leng Yueshuang with mixed emotions, pouring himself another drink as he smirked self-deprecatingly. Finally, here to kill me. If you waited any longer, I'd have died of old age. Leng Yueshuang stopped before him, a trace of sorrow and helplessness flickering in her eyes before she spoke softly. Do you have any last wishes? If it's within my power, I will fulfill them. Lin Luo Chen glanced at Jiyu Qinghan in the distance, deep hatred flashing in his gaze. He drained his cup, stood up, and looked Leng Yueshuang up and down. A century had passed, yet she remained unchanged, even more transcendent than before, as if untouchable. This must be the immortal Jiyu Qinghan wanted her to become. Detached from mortal desires, untouched by worldly ties. A wicked smile curled on Lin Luo Chen's lips as he lifted her chin, his tone mocking. Leng Yueshuang, before I die, I want one last pleasure. Will you fulfill that too? Her eyes widened slightly, as if she hadn't expected such a request. Though they had once been intimate, it had only been by accident, never again since. Now, faced with his demand, she was momentarily at a loss. Jiyu Qinghan, meanwhile, trembled with fury, knowing full well he was deliberately provoking her. Just as she stepped forward to teach this fool a lesson, Leng Yueshuang's voice transmitted into her ear. "Master, you are fixated. The body is but a vessel. Emotions, or the lack thereof, have nothing to do with it." Jiyu Qinghan shot her a surprised look, realizing her disciple had reached such a level of enlightenment. Perhaps this was the best opportunity for Yueshuang to sever her past once and for all. Seeing Leng Yueshuang's lack of reaction, Lin Luo Chen smirked coldly, staring straight at her. "What's wrong? Didn't you say you'd fulfill any wish of mine? To die beneath the peony is to be a ghost among the romantic. Maybe dying on you wouldn't be so bad." Leng Yueshuang pressed her lips together before replying solemnly, "If this is your wish, I will grant it." Jiyu Qinghan opened her mouth to protest, but Leng Yueshuang's voice reached her again. "Master, this is what I owe him. Don't worry, I will personally send him on his way." With a cold snort, Jiyu Qinghan spat, "Lin Luo Chen, do you even have the strength left? He might look young, but his body was already failing." Lin Luo Chen laughed loudly. "Why don't you come and find out?" "You." Jiyu Qinghan was infuriated again, but Lin Luo Chen only grinned insolently. "What about me? If you're unhappy, come at me." As the two teetered on the edge of an argument, Leng Yueshuang spoke softly, "Let's go inside." Her calm demeanor only angered Lin Luo Chen further. He yanked her into his arms. "Why go inside? No one else comes to Coiling Dragon Peak anyway. Right here is fine." A flicker of panic flashed in Leng Yueshuang's eyes, but before she could react, Lin Luo Chen crushed his lips against hers in a rough, dominating kiss. She knew Lin Luo Chen was trying to provoke Jiyu Qinghan. With a silent sigh, she didn't push him away. Leng Yueshuang raised a hand, summoning swirling mist to conceal their figures. Clearly, she wasn't as detached as she claimed. At the very least, she didn't want anyone but the man before her to see her body. The last thing Jiyu Qinghan saw was that damned bastard glancing at her with a wicked smirk before tearing her disciple's robes apart. She wanted to intervene, but remembering Leng Yueshuang's words, she stopped herself. Soon, muffled moans and triumphant laughter echoed from within the mist. "So what if you're the Jade Maiden sect's holy maiden? You're still just my woman. Leng Yueshuang, you talk all high and mighty, but your body's pretty honest, isn't it? Quit with that dead-faced expression, you look just like that corpse of a master of yours. Pisses me off." Jiyu Qinghan listened to the sounds, unable to stop herself from imagining the scene. Her teeth ground together in fury. This bastard deserves to be hacked to pieces. She wanted to drag him out and beat him senseless, but she feared seeing something she shouldn't. After a long, agonizing hesitation, the noises grew louder, and her disciples' stifled cries spilled out. Jiyu Qinghan clenched her delicate fists, turned sharply, and strode away out of sight, out of mind. Running away, old hag? What happened to your serene detachment? Ha ha ha. Old hag, your heart's not at peace. What kind of supreme oblivion are you even cultivating? If I get another life, I'll make you kneel and beg for mercy. Ha ha ha. Lin Luochen's wild, unrestrained laughter rang through the mist, as if he were venting a century's worth of pent-up frustration. Jiyu Qinghan trembled with rage, every second feeling like an eternity. This old bastard won't even die quietly. Whether it was a final burst of vitality or sheer spite, Lin Luochen was relentless. Half an hour later, Leng Yueshuang wiped away the dirt and grass clinging to her body and changed into a fresh robe. As the fabric covered the bruises and marks of their passion, she transformed back into the aloof, untouchable holy maiden of the Jade Maiden sect. If not for the lingering flush on her face, no one would guess she had just been pinned beneath Lin Luochen, utterly at his mercy. Lin Luochen sneered. Say you don't want it all you like, but your body tells a different story. What? You got other men? Leng Yueshuang's expression faltered slightly at the memory, but she answered solemnly. There has been no one but you. There never will be. Lin Luochen smirked, lying back in a sprawl as he gazed at the sky. Do it, then. Leng Yueshuang sat beside him, watching his weakening breath with unbearable sorrow. Lin Luochen, do you regret saving me? He scoffed. What do you think? If I had another chance, I'd leave you to die, you cursed star. Her eyes filled with guilt. I'm sorry. He closed his eyes, his voice barely a whisper. Enough talk. Kill me now, or I'll just die on my own. He felt her take his hand, pressing something into his palm before interlacing their fingers. This is the fate reversal stele, the one that bound us. I know you hate it, but legend says it can defy destiny and reincarnation. Her voice trembled, and something warm dripped onto his face. If there's a next life, don't meet me again. If there's reincarnation, I'll repay you. She wasn't indifferent to him, but the more she showed she cared, the harder Jiyu Qinghan made his life. So she had feigned detachment, throwing herself into cultivation in secret. Yet in the end, she couldn't save him before his time ran out. Now, she had to be the one to end it. Lin Luo Chen tried to open his eyes but couldn't. His grip on her hand tightened. She squeezed back, murmuring something, perhaps to ease his passing. Drifting in endless darkness, Lin Luo Chen felt his life slipping away. Leng Yueshuang's voice seemed to echo across time itself, reverberating through the void. Unconsciously, he began chanting with her, their voices merging into one. Fate plucks the strings of past lives. Reincarnation severs history's thread. Against the river of time I rise, against the chains of cause I strike. I behold the lotus in the sea of suffering, illuminating the sins of 3 lives. I wield reincarnation's blade to cut away the past, reforging the path of my true self. This body shall be the stele that anchors fate's river. This will be the flame that burns heaven's shackles. Though 10,000 calamities befall me, the lotus remains unbroken. I behold fate, I am fate. Thus I behold my true self, and my true self remakes me. This is fate. This is reincarnation. As the final line left his lips, a brilliant light tore through the void. A smooth, round seed sprouted in the darkness. Then, a vast, black river surged forth, carrying the scenes of his life before his eyes. The hell! Life flashing before my eyes already. Lin Luo Chen looked around wildly, searching for the parents he'd never met or old Hunter Lin, waiting to welcome him into death. But before he could find them, an unseen force yanked him forward, plunging him into the Black River. Shit! Lin Luo Chen jolted awake, staring at the dilapidated wooden hut around him in confusion. I didn't die. A wooden hut. Had the woman dumped him here to rot? No, this place looked familiar, and his voice sounded different. He sat up, examining his hands, then the surroundings. Disbelief flooded him. A moment later, mad laughter erupted from the hut, echoing uncontrollably. Like a dream within a dream. No, not a dream, a whole new life. Ha ha ha. It took him a long time to calm down and piece together what had happened. Had the fate reversal stele truly defied the heavens? And what was that chant Leng Yueshuang had recited? He muttered it again. Fate plucks the strings of past lives. Reincarnation severs history's thread. Instantly, he was dragged into a vast, black ocean, standing atop a dark stone. The sea was lifeless, save for a single lotus bud swaying gently on the water. One of its petals glowed faintly, like a flickering lamp in the darkness. Having spent a century lazing around a cultivation sect, Lin Luo Chen recognized this as his consciousness sea, his spiritual realm. But why was there a lotus here? It was slowly brightening. What would happen when it fully blooms? He reached out, touching it. The lotus trembled but gave no other response. Reciting the chant again, the lotus reacted immediately. A green light shimmered, revealing words in the air, a cultivation manual titled Fate's Reincarnation Scripture. The chant he'd recited was its opening passage. This scripture, derived from the fate reversal stele, held terrifying power, allowing one to glimpse fate, defy causality, and even step into the river of time to seize a chance at rebirth. At its peak, a cultivator could forge an entire world within themselves, transcending the heavens. Lin Luo Chen read it all, torn between thinking its creator was a madman and a genius. Under normal circumstances, he'd have dismissed it as pure arrogance. But now, he couldn't afford to. He had literally come back to life because of it. With something like this, revenge was only a matter of time. Yet he quickly sobered up. The scripture only contained the first 3 chapters. It stopped at the golden core realm. The rest was missing. Were the remaining chapters still on the fate reversal stele, or would they appear as he progressed? Surely the creator hadn't just made the rest up, right? No. Impossible. Either way, this was his only option now. Even if it only took him to the golden core realm, he could always switch to another method later.
Thank you for watching till the end. If you like this story, please like, subscribe, and comment to motivate me to continue.